Hey everyone, my name is Josh Peterson and I'm presenting my portfolio project today. This project is part of my journey towards the honors certificate of the backend SQL and DevOps with Python Bootcamp graduation for Nucamp. The goal of this project was that I wanted to try my hand at building a task management system. My app aims to offer a system for adding and deleting tasks and keeping track of task progress. It was a relatively simple setup, but it allowed me to get my feet wet with database management, with Postgres, and CI/CD testing through GitHub Actions. So, looking at the technologies that I used Django for the backend, Postgres SQL for the database, Docker for containerization, GitHub Actions for CI/CD. And over here, you can see the views.py file. Um, It is the cornerstone of the application, and it contains various functions that handle HTTP requests, executes business logic, and returns appropriate HTTP responses. In this project, the views.py file is responsible for tasks such as user authentication, task management, and data display, effectively acting as the bridge between the user interface and the database models. The models.py, it's used to create the database tables, as you can see here. And then the migrations file, it also creates the database. So the requirements.txt file has the technologies that I used, Django, Docker, PyTest. And then for the database, I opted for Postgres SQL. In the settings.py file, you can see it here. I favored it over the default SQLite, not only because we were more familiar with it from the bootcamp, but also because of its capability to handle higher volumes of transactions and more concurrent users, um, which is essential as the project scales. So to make sure that everything runs smoothly, I used Docker for containerization and GitHub Actions for automated testing and deployment. Um, Go over a demo of that in a bit. As you can see here, the Docker Compose YAML file runs the server and the Postgres database, the Docker file. So some challenges that I faced were the database configuration through trial and error. I was able to configure Django settings to adapt based on the environment. At first, I was hard coding the database settings in the Django settings.py file, which was quick and easy for development, but not suitable for production. So, and then hard coding also exposed sensitive information like database passwords. So I created environment variables and handled it with the Python decouple library. Uh, as you can see here, uh, here's the environment variables, decouple library. And then another challenge was implementing automated tests. I was able to use GitHub Actions to run tests successfully. As you can see here, this is the project README, the instructions on how to install and set it up, the GitHub Actions. As you can see, a lot of trial and error, a lot of failures before I was able to get that green check mark. But that was, uh, ultimately just the debugging. That's what I had to do, and it was really satisfying to see all the tests pass. And I like the CI/CD portion of the job because it acts as a quality control mechanism. And as you can see here, the main.yaml file, it has the various jobs for the GitHub Actions, creating the Docker network, building the Docker image, running the Postgres service, running the tests. And finally, we have the UI. It's pretty basic, but I just wanted to get something up to just test out the functionality um, from a user side. So we'll create an account, and as you can see, we have my tasks right here. Create a new task, enter the date, the time, and the status of the task as well. We'll put it in progress, create it, and as you can see, you can edit the task, the description, you can delete the task, but um, rather than doing that, what we'll do is we'll log out. So you can see state changed from uh, log out to log in again. So now we're logged out, and we'll sign up for a new account. I want to show you that these are indeed separate. So as you can see, it's completely uh, separate account. And we'll just enter a new time, and we'll say that this was completed. And so as you can see right here, we have the new task, and this is the home page, and you can get to it again with when you're clicking on my tasks. Click on it, and then delete the task. So in closing, um, I'm excited about the potential for this app, and I'm grateful for the learning experience this project has provided me. And you can get a hold of me at my email here, or you can visit the project GitHub right here. Thanks for watching and have a great day.